Hey awesome people, memberships are live now on my YouTube channel. Get exclusive content, early access to new videos, live streams and much more. Hit that join button and become a part of Inner Circle. Let's grow, learn and create together. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel AG Motion Designs, and in today's video we are going to create this abstract shape animation inside of After Effects without using any third-party plugin but with the help of simple cool tips and tricks inside of After Effects. And if you want to learn more about motion graphics and other stuff, then don't forget to check out my Udemy courses. All links are available in the description. And if you're new to this channel, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon to get more updates. So without wasting any much more time, let's get started. So here we are in Adobe After Effects. So let's create a new composition and we are going to call it as main animation. Width I'm going to choose 1920, height 180, frame rate 59.94, duration you can choose whatever duration you want, and background color I'm going to choose white color and simply hit OK. Then we'll go to choose grid and guide option and simply hit on title safe action. Now I'm going to create another composition by hitting Ctrl N and I'm going to call it as grid and simply hit OK. Then press Ctrl Y to create one background layer and choose black color for it. Then I'm going to select my pen tool. Then let's deselect this layer, and from here to here I'm going to create one stroke, and stroke width I'm going to choose 0.5, and let's make the stroke color white. Then select the stroke, press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center. Go to the align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically first. Then you can click on this align left. Then we'll go inside this, go to the contents, add, and we will choose repeater. Go to the repeater and go to the transform repeater 1, and we will decrease the size a little bit, somewhere around like this, and we will increase the number of copies somewhere around over here. Now let's select the shape layer and hit Ctrl D to duplicate it. Press R for rotation and let's rotate it on 90 degree. Then go to the align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically, or align it at the top. Then press S for scaling option, unlink this, and we will increase the scale on this axis, and let's hit U to minimize this, so we will get this grid. Okay, now let's go to the main animation and press Ctrl Y to create one solid background, and we are going to choose white solid background and we will lock this layer. Then I'm going to select my ellipse tool and we will choose fill, black color for this fill, and let's delete this stroke, and by holding shift I'm going to create one ellipse. Now let's select this ellipse and press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center. Then go to the align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically. Now let's select this shape layer and press P for position, and let's create one keyframe. Then go somewhere around 1 second and create another keyframe like this. Now let's select the shape layer and let's try to bring this upward like this. Then I'm going to select this layer and I'll hit Ctrl D to duplicate it and hit U. Then go to the start and we will delete those keyframe. We will create another keyframe. Then we'll go to 1 second again and we will create another keyframe over here, and at the start I'm going to bring this downwards. So if I see this now, I'm gonna get this kind of animation. Now let's select those keyframe and let's bring this over here around this point. Now let's select this second layer, press S initially, let's make this 0 and create one keyframe. Then go to 1 second and let's make this 100. Now hit U so you can see all the keyframes. Then select those keyframe and we will hit F9. Then go to the graph editor, select this graph by holding shift, move one handle over here and move one handle over here. So if you see, we will get this and then we will get this. Now let's select this much keyframes and let's try to bring this up to this. So if you see, first we'll get this and this. Then somewhere around at this point I'm going to select this layer and I'll press S for scaling option and let's create one keyframe. Then go somewhere around over here and let's decrease the size of this. Then select those keyframe and let's hit F9. go to the graph editor, select this graph. By holding shift, move one handle over here and move one handle over here, like this. So if you see, first we will get this and then we will get this. Now after that, I'm going to select this layer and I'll hit Ctrl D to duplicate again and hit U, so you can reveal those keyframes. Select this, hit U, and let's make this scale 0 initially. Okay, like this. Now let's select this and change the color of this layer to red, so it will act like a mask over here. Okay, like this. Okay, then we will bring our grid layer over here, like that, and let's choose alpha mask. Okay, so if you see this animation now, first we will get this and then we will get this. Now after this, what we need to do over here is that we need to create certain animations. So let's try to do it. I'm going to select my ellipse and let's choose white color, and by holding shift, let's create one keyframe. Let select this and press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center. Go to the Align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically, like that. Now let's select all of this lower layer, like this 4 layers. Press Ctrl Shift C and we will call it as Start. Okay, and we will hide this. Similarly, we will hide this white background as well. And now I'm going to press Ctrl K to open the project settings, and I'm going to choose black color for this, just for our reference. Okay, now we have the shape layer. Let's hit Ctrl D to duplicate it and change the color of this one to black, and press S for scaling option and let's scale it. Okay, so now I have created this another shape. Let's decrease the size a little bit. I think 60 would be good. Now over here we will create our second part of our animation. So let's select these 2 layers and press S and initially create one keyframe, then go around 20 frame and let's create another keyframe. Now let's go to the start and let's make this value 0 as well as this value 0. Select those keyframe and let's hit F9. Go to the graph editor, select this graph. By holding shift, move this handle over here like this. Now I'm going to take a distance of 10 frames over here, so select this and move this over here. So we will get something like this. If you want, you can make this animation a little bit longer. Let's try to bring this over here. Okay, so we will get something like this. Around 1 second, I want to create multiple object out of this. So let's select this and press Ctrl Shift C to pre-compose, and I'm going to call it as circle. Okay, like this. Now press F4 and make sure to enable this icon. Now I'm going to select my rectangle tool and I don't want any fill over here, so I'll delete this fill. And for the stroke, I'm going to choose white color and stroke width, let's choose 1 pixels. And by holding shift, I'm going to create this kind of rectangle. Let's select this and press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center. Go to the Align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically. Now let's make this 2 pixels like this. Now if you see, first we will get this animation, then I'll go to around 1 second, select this, press P for position, create one keyframe, then zoom out a little bit. Let's go somewhere around over here, press V, and by holding shift or don't hold shift, simply bring this over here. Make sure to enable this snapping so you can properly snap over here. After that, select this, hit Ctrl D, then let's move this over here like that. Then select this layer, hit Ctrl D. Let's try to bring this over here like properly. Try to move this over here like this. Hit Ctrl D and let's try to bring this over here like this. Okay, hit U so you can see those keyframe. If you make this fit, we can get something like this. Select those keyframe and let's hit F9. Go to the graph editor, select this graph. By holding shift, move this handle over here and let's move this handle over here like this. So if you see, we will get this and then we will get this. Okay, like that. Now after that, what we need to do over here is let's do one thing. Select those keyframe and let's hit F9 again. And let's go over here, select this graph. By holding shift, move one handle over here and move one handle over here. And now what we need to do over here is we need to select this keyframe and we will bring this a little bit forward like this. Also basically we are arranging in such a way that there should be some gap in the animation. So if you see, we'll get this, and then we'll get this, and then somewhere around from this point over here, uh, I want this thing should start to get animated. So let's select this, let's move this over here, go over here inside this contents, add, and let's choose trim path, then go to the trim path and let's make this end value 0, create one keyframe, then go somewhere around at 3 seconds and let's make this value 100. So now we will get this trim path animation, then select that trim path animation and let's hit F9. Then go to the graph editor, select this graph by holding shift, move one handle over here and move one handle over here. So if you see, we will get something like this. Now let's select this layer and let's bring this downwards and let's make this stroke width 5 pixels. So if you see this now, first we will get this and then we will get this. Okay, now after that what we are going to do over here is that we will right click new and create one null object. I'm going to select all of this and I'll make it a parent with this null. Then select this null, press R for rotation, create one keyframe, go to around 5 seconds and let's make this 180-degree rotation like this. Select those keyframe and let's hit F9. Go to the graph editor, select this graph, by holding shift move one handle over here and let's move one handle over here like this. So if you see, we will get something like this. Okay, so if you see, we will get this kind of animation over here. Now let's select this shape layer and up to select the sixth layer up to this first null object. By holding shift we will select all of these layers and press Ctrl Shift C and we will call it as let's say scene 2 or something like that. Okay, now let's go somewhere around at this point when this is going to get completed. Let's select this and hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, press R and let's make this value 45 or let's make this value 30 or something, or let's make this 20. Select this, hit Ctrl D, press R, let's make this 40. Select this, hit Ctrl D, press R, let's make this 60. Again select this, hit Ctrl D, press R and let's make this 90. Okay, or let's make this 60 plus 20 again like this, or let's try to bring this somewhere around over here. Let's select this and press R, or I think we need to add 15 over here, so let's try to do it. Let's make this 45. Let's delete this, hit Ctrl D, press R, let's go over here, add plus 15, hit Ctrl D, press R, let's go over here, add plus 15. Okay, so this must looks good to me. So if you see this now, we will get this animation and we are getting something like this. Now we need this animation one by one, so I'm going to take a distance of 10 frames for this. After 10 frames I want this animation should get started, then this, then this, then this and then this. Okay, so if you see, we are getting this kind of animation over here, but it's happening in opposite direction. So let's go over here and bring this over here and we will start to adjust it from this point. Okay, like this. So let's take a distance of 10 frames like this. So if you see, we'll get something like this and we will get this kind of rotation. Okay, now let enable our start option over here. Let's enable this start first. Okay, and enable this white background as well. So if you see, first we will get this, then this, and then let's enable all of this our layers and let's try to bring this animation should start somewhere around at this point. Okay, like this. Now let's select all of this scene 2 and press Ctrl Shift C and let's call it as collection of scene 0 to, hit OK, hold Alt, open square bracket to trim up to this. Okay, like this. Now let's select this and hit Ctrl D, press S. Let's decrease the size of this. Select this, hit Ctrl D, select this third layer, press S, and let's increase the size of this. Let's enable this icons for each and every one. So as you guys can see, we are getting this kind of pattern. And over here as well, if you go, you can take a distance of few frames between this animation over here, and let's go over here and bring this animation over here like that. Okay, like this. So you will get this animation over here. Now what we can do over here, we need to split this animation. So let's select all of these layers and press Ctrl Shift C to pre-compose, and we will call it as animation over here. Now after, when this animation is going to reach about this point, press Ctrl Shift D at this point to split these layers. Then I'm going to select this rectangle tool, zoom out a little bit, and let's create one mask like this over here, like this. Then let's make this fit, press V, let's select this portion, let's move this over here. Then select this animation, hit Ctrl D, press M, invert this layer. Then select this two, press P for position, create one keyframe, and then go somewhere around at 8. Select this and let's try to bring this downwards over here like this. Select this and let's try to bring upward over here, and make sure to enable this white color background. Then select those keyframe, hit F9, go to the graph editor, select this graph. By holding shift, move one handle over here and move one handle over here, and let's hit end. So if I play this animation, I'm gonna get this kind of animation stuff over here like this, and this animation is going to be in the form of loop as well. If you see, if I play this animation, I'll get this animation first, then this, and then I'm gonna get this animation in the form of loop. Now over here, one thing you can do, just to make it consistent and look like it's kind of a growing animation, I'm going to select this. Let's go to the new, create one null object, select all of these layers by holding shift and make it apparent with this null object. Then go to the start, select this null, press S, create one keyframe, then go to the end value and let's make this value 150 or something. Okay, so what will happen, that whenever this animation is gonna get growing, we will get a kind of a feel that it's growing like this. Okay, like that. So then go inside this animation over here, then go inside this collection as well, like this. Simply right click new and create one null object over here. Select all of these layers and make it apparent with this null. You can select this null, press R for rotation, alt click on this stopwatch and type time star 20. So we will get kind of a looping animation over there. Okay, like a rotating looping animation. So if you see this now, we'll get this, then we'll get this. Okay, then let's go over here, go to the animation, collection of animation, select this first layer, go to the effect and presets panel over here, or let's do one thing, we'll go inside this layer, not on this layer. Okay, it will take a little bit time to load this effect and presets panel. Let's go inside this, select these layers over here like this, go to the effect and presets panel and search for drop shadow effect and double click to apply, and let's increase the softness to 100, distance to 10 and opacity to 75. Then select this drop shadow and hit Ctrl C, select all the other layers and hit Ctrl V. Okay, and in main animation over here, you will get that drop shadow effect as well. Okay, so yep, this is how you can create this kind of looping animation. Let's make this quad resolution, so you will get something like this over here. and this animation is going to be continuously in the form of loop. And another thing over here, you can have an adjustment layer over here like this. You can make full resolution. You can go to the effect and presets panel and search for tint effect to apply, and you can swap this color anytime you want. Instead of this, you can choose this color, and instead of this, you can choose this color, and you can swap these colors as well, like choose whatever color you want. I like this one as well, and you will get your appropriate results like this. So okay, so this is how you can create one abstract animation inside of After Effects.